Well, time to bring it on with your email questions. And Pat, this first one comes from BJ, who says, Pat, we have some gold coins. Is now a good time to sell them?
I don't know what gold coins you got. They may be rarities. It just may be some Krugerrands. I don't know. The answer, to as far as I can tell, I think this is the time to hold on to gold. I think gold is going to get higher. It's moved up. You know, it was $250 an ounce, and it went rocky thing up. It's about $1,300 now. It could go a lot higher if there's some financial chaos. But I don't know about your gold coins. I mean, you may have some rare coin that now's the best time to sell it. You'd have to ask some numismatic expert, and that I'm not. Okay.
This is Maxine, who says, my husband and his family are non-believers, but they all belong to the 700 Club, giving money for your good works helping people. They love Pat and watch every day, but they say Jesus was not the Messiah because John and Jesus argued over who it would be. The true Messiah would know the Messiah. They say God is at most a lesser evil God, as known by the Gnostics' view. A true God would not create evil or be jealous and vengeful. They are the sweetest people who feed the hungry and clothe the naked. They are more, quote, Christian than most Christians I've ever seen. What would God think of these people?
Well, he's probably some of the nicest people who ever had to go to hell. You know, by your good works, nobody's going to be justified, the Bible says. And so they're doing good works, but it's by faith you're justified. Now, there's some people in the Masonic order who believe that the devil is God and that Jesus Christ was a lesser God. That comes straight out of various types of occult belief. As you said, the Gnostics believe some of that sort of thing. And they believed in eons. You go up the ladder and you'd have to identify that one. If you could identify that by name, then you could move up the ladder and up and up and up. So I don't know where you find that Jesus and John were fighting about who the Messiah was. That's nonsense. If you read John's gospel, you see one of the disciples who didn't believe. I said, unless I put my finger in the holes and his hands and his side, I won't believe. And Jesus said, okay, come do it. And the doubting Thomas got on his knees and said, my Lord and my God. They were all in one accord as to who Jesus was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this is Christine, who says, I lost my belief in Christianity a few years ago. Lately, I've thought of going back to being a Christian. I was thinking about getting rebaptized, but I've been told that it's a sin to get baptized more than once. Is this true?
Not at all. Look, baptism is a sign that you have been buried with Christ and are raised in newness of life. And if you were not a believer before, then getting baptized again, there's nothing wrong with it. Now, you know, in the Middle Ages, they had the so-called rebaptized, the Anabaptists, and they would say, okay, you want to get baptized again, we'll dunk you in the water and drown you. I mean, they persecuted those people. But there's no sin about that at all. But the question is not where you're baptized, but will you give your heart to the Lord? He stands ready to forgive and to let, if you could just understand who he is, if you would just contemplate the nature of this world that he made, you begin to see the awesome about how great God is. Well, we leave you with today's Power Minute from Colossians. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward.